Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Athletics taking on the New York Yankees. Singy, he was on a whole different level in his last game. What an effort.
Yeah, Boog, he had that look in his eye from the jump. Really had the hitters guessing all day. So much confidence on the mound, and the stats back it up.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here, and on the hill in this one, Whitey Ford.
Boog, over 200 career wins. That's a lot by today's standards. Tells you about the longevity of his career, his ability to work deep into games, even when he doesn't have his best stuff.
Now, Ricky Henderson. Little chopper rolls foul. Missed with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And if there's one man you want to keep off the base paths, it's this guy right here, Ricky Henderson, the undisputed stolen base king.
Swing and a miss. And Singy, Ricky's 1,406 career steals is a record that may stand forever. The active leader in career steals isn't even a quarter of the way to that number.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Brings it in, 1 down. And time now to check out the A's lineup. Down to the 8th spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Joseph Ortiz.
Yeah, Boog, sometimes all you need when you're slumping like this is just a little bit of confidence. You need a little bit of luck. One at bat where you hit the ball hard, maybe it's caught, no big deal. Or maybe you get a bleeder, it gets you a hit. You just need to feel good about the at bat, and that's when things start to turn a little bit. We'll see if he can do that in this one.
1 out, bases empty. And another ball.
And with the extreme crouch of that batting stance, Ricky made pitchers work. His strike zone was as small as it gets. He's looking to get on base any way he can because he knows a single is a triple.
One down, base is empty. That one fouled off, 2-2. On the ground, Garrett takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Batting third, the designated hitter.
2 outs, bases empty. Jason Giambi up next for the A's. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Outfield playing straight up now. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might just pitch around him a little bit and deal with the guy on deck if you walk him.
And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. A's go quickly and quietly there. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back for more from the Bronx. Towing the slab in today's game, Luis Severino. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
The pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Strike two. Tap to first. And he takes it himself for the out. Bernie Williams stepping in now for the Yankees. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
No ball. One strike.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Henderson moves under it. Pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Batting third, designated hitter.
Two down, bases empty. Babe Ruth now at the plate. That's outside, and that is ball one. And that one fouled off. Two outs, bases empty. Way out front for strike two.
1-2.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That just misses. Down 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That missed by a lot. And the count's full.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And they'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
But when you see that many pitches in an at bat, your
Batting
chances
fourth,
of succeeding
first
go up.
baseman,
And right there, we see the result.
Stepping in, Lou Gehrig. Close, but called a ball. 1-0. And there's a foul ball. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series.
Ball two.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And now they'll have runners on the corners with two away.
Back-to-back base hits. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit,
fielder,
but he got enough
Mickey
behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And
Mantle.
you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Mickey Mantle will hit next. Swing and a foul out of play. Runners at the corners with two outs. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. He'll touch them all. Home run number 15 on the year. And it gives them the lead in the first. It's 3-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Here's a big power threat. Jorge Posada, second in the American League in home runs. Swinging a foul straight back. And ball one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. And the sweeper catches the plate.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. It's slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. Didn't go. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. This one popped up. Rojas. He makes the grab. That is the inning. Top of the second. Now here is Brent Rooker. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So digging in, Mark McGwire.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. More than an RBI per game over his last 10. Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And that one in the air center field. Gwynn makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting sixth, center fielder Lawrence Butler.
Now here is Lawrence Butler.
He's struggled to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Ford measures 5 feet 10 inches, 180 pounds, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Man at first, one away. In the dirt. Got him swinging.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Shea Langoliers now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Comebacker to the mound. Fires over to first. And that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Yankees 3 and the A's nothing. Back now in the Bronx. Now the third baseman, Jackson Merrill. Pitch
Ball.
misses. Ball one. And
Ball.
another ball.
2-0 to count.
Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Jose Ramirez. In the air, out towards left center. And Ricky Henderson the grab. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for New York, Derek Jeter. Just missed. Jeter with a homer in his last game. The shortstop takes the ball. Upstairs. Popped up right side. Schumann. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Yankees, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. New inning getting started at the plate. Joseph Ortiz.
Joseph Ortiz.
Ford back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball one. That one at the knees for a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And now
Ball
the count
two.
is even.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
You know, varying speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And that
Ball
one
two.
missing low. Line drive. Mantle tracks it down for the out.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. He was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner. That's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
So the lineup flips over, and now Ricky Henderson. There's a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job. Just couldn't keep it fair.
And that's outside. And the count is 1-2. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Way
Full
high
count.
there, and it's 3-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And 1-2-3 go the A's. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the
Center
league.
fielder, Tony Gwynn.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
And that is out of play. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strikes. I'm sure it had some good arm side run at the end to move to the outside part of the plate. But with 2 strikes, you got to be ready to swing it there, and you can't leave it in the umpire's hands.
And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Babe Ruth getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Babe Ruth.
That misses. Ball 1. Williams leads off first with 1 away.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound. Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in. Elevate his pitches and get back into this at bat.
2-0. Runner on the go. Pitch is low.
Down.
Throw to second. Out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
That's ball 4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find a zone.
Up next for the
And at first,
Yankees.
now here's the
First
Yankees
baseman.
cleanup hitter, Luke Gehrig. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ball 1 there. Fastball for a strike. And the count even 1-1. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back. And that one is gone. His 19th home run of the year. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-zip.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Mantle takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the last half of the third. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
2 strikes.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Just off the inside corner, and it's 2-2. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field, and a good start to the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jason
Next to
Giambi.
hit, Jason Giambi.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
1-1.
That misses, and now it's even 1-1. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game, and before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan, and he said to me, "Hey kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Rooker stands in now and watches strike one. The Yankees leading by 5, top half of inning number 4. That one outside, and that's ball 1.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2 when I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me and said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
2 down. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe
Now
hooked me
batting,
up with 2
first
suits.
baseman, Mark
And now
McGwire.
Mark McGwire fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Schumann off of first with 2 away. And he swings through that one.
Tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Two outs. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 1 hit, 1 left.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Athletics.
back, and they turn to a new arm as we kickoff the bottom of the fourth. J.P. Sears.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Posada, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And that's way high. Ball two.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
And a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
Full count.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Swing and a ground ball. Schumann slings to first. Out. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Now batting second baseman, Jose.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Fly to left his first time. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground to first. The flip to the pitcher covering, and the Yanks go quietly. 1-2-3 go the Yankees, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. And he grounds one to the right side, and that's just foul. Butler, 24 years old, and he's usually in right field, but today he's patrolling center.
Some guys love to make that adjustment from a corner spot to center field because in center you get the best view of the ball game. You're looking straight in at the hitter's area. On the corners, you're blocked a little bit.
Got him looking. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Langoliers takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. This one popped up. Ramirez. 2 down. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And now here is Joseph Ortiz. Struck out swinging his first time.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
And that one is lifted in the air. Williams settles underneath it. He's got it, and that is out number 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Derek Jeter. On the ground to the left, Rojas tosses across to first, And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Up next for the Yankees, center fielder.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Tony Gwynn. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. In the air, right field. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
2 outs, base is empty. Bernie Williams digs in now. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swing and a ball popped up. Rojas under it. Corrals it. And that is that. So the Yanks go in order as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Ford back to work. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
And a strike on the outside edge.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here's the left fielder, Ricky Henderson. First pitch misses.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The Yanks leading by 5, and we're in the top half of the 6th. He swings and fouls one off. And a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Five foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Now a chance for Max Schumann. Pitch misses, and
1-0.
that is ball one. And another ball.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Fly ball down the line. Mantle makes the grab, and that's the third out. Bottom of the sixth inning, and now the DH, Babe Ruth. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. And now 2 balls and a strike. Just missed. Fought off foul. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Leaping, and it's gone. His 21st of the year. It's 6-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and laugh to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Lou Gehrig. He's already homered here in this one. That's inside, and it's 1-0.
Goes without saying, one of the biggest legends of the game here in Gehrig, probably the greatest first baseman of all time.
That's in there, and it's a ball and a strike. In 1929, Gehrig slashed 300, 431, 584. Not too bad, right? Well, that was maybe the worst season of his career. Tells you about what kind of player he was.
And Gehrig only drove in 125 runs in that subpar 1929 season. This guy was an RBI machine. He held the record for career grand slams as well for 75 years.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Mickey
Mantle stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered in this game. In there for strike 1. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. And that one's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 7-0. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Jorge Posada. There's a strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And that's way high. And it's 1-1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
To first, 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Jackson.
Here's the third baseman, Jackson Merrill.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
And it's fouled away. Outside low. Going to count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that is the third out of the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the DH, Jason Giambi.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
There's a strike. Movement in the Yankees pen. Michael King appears to be getting loose. Walker getting loose as well. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
To the right side. Ramirez sends it to first, and they get Giambi for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's going to be Brent Rooker, 1 for 2. Outfield playing straight up now. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
The A's with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. And that misses. 2-1. And a pop-off right side, foul territory. Posada makes the catch. 2 away. And now the first baseman, Mark McGwire. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
It looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. And that's outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The A's go quietly. Another scoreless.
Now pitching for the
They hand the
A's.
ball over to a new arm. Michelle Ohtani.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it. But he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And that one upstairs, ball one.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a good eye there. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Backed off the plate that time. Liner snagged it first.
Now batting, the shortstop, Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Action in the pen down there. Dylan Floro up and throwing. Next offering upstairs.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Tony Gwynn. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throws to first in time. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing here this half. We look ahead. Back in New York. Now at the plate, Lawrence Butler. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Michael King.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so
Now
expect him to be
pitching for the New
totally
York
rested.
Yankees.
I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity
Number
right
34, Michael King.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. King goes 6 feet 3 inches, 29 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. That's ripped. Base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Shea Langoliers now at the plate. That's through there for a strike.
0-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one. Butler gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Ball two.
In the dirt, but kept
Two
close.
balls, two strikes.
This one smoked out to left. Mantle makes the play, and there's one down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Joseph Ortiz will hit next. In for a strike. 0-1.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
That misses the zone. 1-1. The Yankees up big in this one, and we're in the top of the eighth. Just missed. Swings and misses. And it's 2-2.
2-2.
Stays alive. Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's downstairs and outside. Hit on the ground, might be two. Off balance feed, there's one. Can't hang on. Now the third baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas.
And that drops in for a strike. Now
Ball.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two outs. Inside. And that's ball two. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Mantle. And he makes the catch. And that'll do it. The A's strand one. They continue to trail 7-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Bernie Williams. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. And next for New York, Babe Ruth.
Designated hitter, Babe Ruth.
And that's too high.
1-0.
Bases empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Now one missed.
2-0 to count.
And another ball. Fastball for a strike.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there. And as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Downstairs, and that's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Gehrig in the box now. No balls and a strike.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Squirts away a little bit. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a 2-1 on the way. Fouled off left side. One out and a runner at second. Off the mark there, and the count's full. And they'll do it again.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Struck him out looking. Mickey Mantle stepping in now for the Yankees.
Left fielder, Mickey Mantle.
Right through there for a strike. And ball 1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
The next offering misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swings through that.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And that's off the inside edge. Full count 3-2. Jorge Posada on deck for the Yankees. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. The Yanks leave 1. Back in. In the Bronx, we go to the ninth. Now here's the lead. Leadoff hitter
Now
for the
playing
A's.
first.
Rick Henderson. Now into
Number
the game,
77.
Bryce Terang. He's in at shortstop.
The defensive change for the Yankees. Now playing shortstop.
King back to
Number
work.
0.
And that one almost hit him.
That's the ball. Hee-haw! 2-2.
Out there to center. That gets down for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see
Now
already,
batting,
his
second
bat stays
baseman,
in the
Max
zone
Schumann.
on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And now Max Schumann. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Henderson aboard here at first with nobody out. That one fouled off. Inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Giambi batting with one down, takes a strike. The Athletics with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the ninth. And the sweeper is off the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sync of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Rooker stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And that one is in for a strike. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
The A's down to their final strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to